Good afternoon, everybody. We are here. We're not back because we weren't here this morning, but we are here right now, and it was a good day indeed. We are currently sitting at closed road from... Alright, well, one of the roads around here is apparently closed for some reason. I do not know why, and I'm not going to click on it to figure out why. But... beautiful day, I'd say upper 60s today. A little cloudy, gloomy, yeah, but nonetheless, I had a beautiful day because I got to go to the petting zoo all day today and touch and pet and feed all of the animals there. We've got Pudgy first in the chat. What's going on, Pudgy? Yo, first. Oh, yeah. Lemon Lust is second first. I like it. Lemon Lust, Tony D, Invictus, Gorilla Invictus, Gorilla Invictus. We've got Kombu, Gorilla Invictus, Lemon Lust, Frank, man. What's going on, Kombu, Mr. Brian, J-Bones, baby, and Novix. We're going to have to check it out. I didn't see a Novix at all today. We're going to see if my boy's rich over there. Christian Marquez, what's going on? Let's check the market out. AMC in the top left-hand side of the screen, sitting at $4.11 right now. Not bad on the day today. Up 1.86%. Sitting at $4.11. 10.5 cents, $4.10 after hours right now. Shiba Inu coin sideways, just ticking along today. GameStop sitting at 23.56. It is up 2.35% on the day today and sitting sideways after hours. Bitcoin, man, maintaining some very nice price action, ignoring every ounce of reality that is going on out there. Bitcoin sitting at $30,677 right now, up 32% on the day today, and it is bouncing off that 30,600. Sorry, we're not to 36,000 yet. That's the next level of resistance, but 30,600. Boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom, bounce. 30,600 support at the moment. So Bitcoin, we're gonna watch that bad boy, but nonetheless, the Nasdaq had a beautiful day today, 1.65% higher, getting ready to curl back up, man. It is looking good. We talked about this trend line a couple days ago, and might have been yesterday. But this more recent trend line since the beginning of May, touching, and bouncing. So looking good. Might be able to bounce higher from here and continue back to the upside. AMC 410. We've got GameStop 23.56. Dogecoin 6.5 cents. Ethereum sitting at 18.95. Trying to get back above that $1,900 per coin, not point. Shiba Inu coin 77. We got Bitcoin sitting at 30,665. Mullen Auto getting mulled once again today. Oh my gosh. Mullen Auto 13.68 cents. This bad boy, it is plagued to death. I am telling you. And I looked. I did see this earlier today, ripping down. I saw this ripping down today, and I tried to find some news on it. I did not look too hard. Clearly, I was at the petting zoo and didn't care about Mullen getting ripped. I cared about feeding those little baby goats. But nonetheless, man, that is a pretty tough decline. 21% from the previous day, touching all-time lows right now. Mullen might be on its way down to, 1.3 cents. Might be losing 90% of its value from here. So watch out for Mullen. I have no idea where that thing is going to bottom out at. Sundial sitting at $1.31 at the close today. SPY 436.14. Very nice day over the SPY, up over 1%. BBIG, I think BBIG had a hard day today. Yeah, $1.12, man. BBIG falling pretty hard and then getting a little bit of life back into it, coming up to $1.32 and closing at $1.28. Highcraft Mining, tough day for Highcraft Mining, 30 cents. Netflix, $417. QQQ, $363, very nice for the QQQ. Ape, $1.77. MPW, $9.24. MPW doing pretty well today, 3% gain there. $2.50. $250 per share for Tesla, up 4% on the day today. And Novix, baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man. Yeah, J-Bones better be wearing his bro shirt when he gets home today, because that is a bro move right there. 25% gain in a Novix. Let's look at the daily, see how close. Ooh, breaking resistance at 1550 there. Very strong move higher, J-Bones. You might be rolling to $19, man. J-Bones, you might be rolling up here to the $17.70, possibly touching that $19 mark, man. So I'd keep an eye on that. But breaking out of that resistance right there is a very strong move. No idea if you plan on holding that, if you plan on taking your profits, what you plan on doing, but congratulations on that one. It looks good. PID, guys, 1779, and Joby sitting at 640. Decent 1% gain of the day today for Joby. We're going to watch Bitcoin down on the bottom left as it rolls out here. What do we got, Lemon Lost, we got Frank, we got Kombu, Mr. Brian, J-Bones, Lovin' and Novix, Pika Power. Good afternoon to you, Pika. So glad to have you in here right now. Pika, you didn't miss anything in the morning stream because there was no morning stream today. So very glad to see you in here right now. Okay, it said Bender became a member, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that, but no, it said a day ago. All right, good deal. XRP price predictions, Mr. Brian. Let's see if you want predictions. I listen. I really do like XRP. Okay, I think as the business continues to grow, even if you have to hold it 10 years, I think you're going to see some fantastic gains as that business grows. But if you want some predictions, this is the best way to do it. Is XRP going to rip higher this year? What does that say? Oh, that's just a straight yes, man. Very hard to see, but that's just a straight yes. That's very easy. That was just a straight yes. Predictions. XRP will just rip higher this year, Mr. Brian. But I do like I like Ripple as a business, so I do think that it's going to be doing pretty well. I just don't know when they're I'm going to call it crap. Crap with the SEC is going to be over with. $30. All right, we're putting it on there. If this dude literally is not... does Novix have... I want to see if Novix has options. Dude, if you honestly have a $30 price target, you're not going to... that's pretty tough. Dude, J-Bone, I don't know how many shares you got. I don't know if you got 100 shares or not. But J-Bones, man, if you seriously have a $30 price target, this is for July, dude. This is 20 days out. You know, you could put your take profit on right there, and they're going to be paying you $5. That's per 100 shares that you have. You might as well go grab an extra $5 if you honestly want to put a $30 price target on there. If you can get it 17 days out, I don't know if they're going to go all the way to 30. You can put $25 price targets on there. 17 days out. 31 days out. Dude, 31 days out, man. You make them $200 if you put a $25 price target on there. That's not bad. I'm skeptical that you would be getting there in 30 days. But, you know, I could be wrong. Right? It's still a decent move. But, dude, 2 months out, I don't know how far these strikes go 2 months out. You might be able to get a little bit better of an idea if you want to check them out yourself and see all of the strikes. I do not know. All right, so it does. I do have all selected right there. So I don't know if that's showing me everything or not. But, dude, look at this one. 115 days out. If you don't care, if you want to go and you're just going to get called at 30, you're making $60 right here per 100 shares. That's not bad, dude. If they're going to guarantee you're going to take them anyway and you're just holding it for the ride 3-4 months out, if it doesn't hit it, you're making $60 per 100 shares you got. So, not a bad way to look at it if you definitely want your $30 price target, because we're going to put that on the screen right here. We're just going to move this price target up to the $30 mark right now. And I wish I could write J-Bones on that line right there, but this is what we're going for. $30 price target. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We are going to. We're going to get it. I know we will. Come on. Dude. We're not going to get $30 flat. This is just ridiculous. All right, $29.98. That's where the line's going for J-Bones, man. Dude, J-Bones is ready to hold. Look at that right there. Look at the options if you got 100 shares, J-Bones. Not a bad thing to look at there to generate a little bit of income while you wait for that price target to be hit. And you're going to be making some sick money if it goes that high. So I like it. Long-term retirement portfolio closed up 0.64%. Huge changes on the week, all right? Exited Best Buy. Not Bed Bath & Beyond, guys. Best Buy. We don't have, we need a couple more B's in there. Entered SRET. It's a REIT ETF, all right? I don't know which one that one is. With 25 shares, very nice. Plus 2 shares of a Walgreens, very good. VNQ is another REIT ETF, ex-dividend this week, very nice, Frank, ripping dividends all day long. Then exit to rebalance after, very nice. Annual dividends currently, dude, it keeps on growing. This dude is, pretty soon, this dude's going to be making $200 a month on his dividends, and that is going to be sick. Question is, when does Frank supplement his entire income strictly with passive dividends being received on his portfolio? I love it, Frank. Very nice and very inspiring. Good afternoon to you, Nick F. Hopefully you're having a great day today, man. Glad to have you in here right now. J-Bones, Jones, Pika, Jones, Pika. Jones going for that $30 price target, man. I love it. Clearo, Bitcoin, 31,000. BTC, 30,001 to 301. What is that? I don't even know what that means. BTC, 301, 330, 100,000, something. Bitcoin, 30,500. Bitcoin, 30,700. Is there any pullback? Can't get above 31,000. Would love the technical analysis. Polar Bears, thank you. Polar Bear. YouTube says 20,500 thoughts. Yeah, so PS5, I'm still stuck on my same technical analysis. I agree. Intraday, man, we're using these same lines. For some reason, they're holding up. They must be right. 30,006 a bounce, 30,006 a bounce, 30,006 a bounce, 30,006 a bounce. So using 30,600 as a level of significance there. If it's to the downside, it might use it as resistance. If it's to the upside, it might use it as support. So I'm watching that for kind of intraday moves. If you're looking at the daily chart here, all right, I thought we may have been curling back over, but today is a very nice day. So I thought we may have been curling back over and potentially coming down to retest this 29,000 level. That is not what we did. We bounced off of this 29.9, $30,000, and we rallied nicely today. It's only up 1.44%, yes, but instead of breaking down through support, we are bouncing back up to resistance, which is a huge sign, and that's very positive news. So right now, testing this major level at 30,600. We are slightly above it, which is good news. But what we've done in the past, and what we could be doing once again, is wicking up to this level and not breaking through. So as you can see, we've tested it here, and we are once again testing it here, okay? I wouldn't even necessarily consider this a breakout right here because we didn't sustain the level. Gosh, that scares me so much. I got to get back to that right now and see what it was. We got Pockets Lost Hamster Oliver. Thank you very much for the super chat. Just donated the 4 for Jones, baby, for Jones. The 4 is the fist bump, right? Nothing showed up on top there. I got to see if 4 is the fist bump. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. Whoa, where's my Streamlabs stuff at? I gotta pull this up here. Where's my dashboard? Is this my dashboard? I think 4 is the fist bump, but I gotta double check. Alright, alert boxes. Yes. Yes. Variations. Fist bump. Yes, there we go. Sorry that took too long. What is it? Pocket burrito? Pockets Lost Hamster Oliver. Thank you very much for the fist bump. Fist bump. Fist bump. Fist bump. Oh, yes. Pockets Lost Hamster Oliver. Thank you very much for the fist bump, for the super chat. And that is for you, Jonesy. That is for you. Thank you very much for that. And thank you very much for going directly through Streamlabs. Absolutely appreciate the sideswiping of the YouTube fees. I'm bullish on Bitcoin short-term and mid-term. Old rounder, bro. Very nice. I'm bullish on Bitcoin long-term. Okay. I am skeptical of the short-term movement. It is looking very good right now, but I think at any given time we can have the SEC come around the corner with a hatchet, man, and start just like thwacking at Bitcoin right there, and begin to say, well, you know what, with all of these cryptocurrency talk, let's just try to regulate Bitcoin as well. Need to look at the covered calls. Still don't know enough to feel comfortable with the options. J Bones, man, I'll tell you this, dude. Look into them. If you do have 100 shares, please ask any questions, because if you were willing to hold all the way to $30 and you could figure it is you're gonna put your take profit on there. Let somebody pay you to put a take profit on there, dude. AMC getting ripped after hours. Look at this nonsense. Figure it is somebody paying you to put a take profit on there, because all it is when you sell a covered call, you are selling the option to somebody else, right? They are buying the option to call those shares away from you at a certain price by a certain date. So it wouldn't make sense for them to call those shares away from you if it never goes above that price. But if Enovix rips to $100 a share, they bought the right to call those shares away from you for $30 a share at any time up to the expiration date. If it rips to $100 a share after expiration, you keep those shares, man. If it doesn't end above that $30 mark by your expiration date, you made all of the money and they don't get any of it back. So yeah, look into them a little bit more, man, because I know that $6 isn't a lot, but if you're making an extra $6 a week per 100 shares, or if you're out there making an extra $20 for a couple month period, it's just money, man. It's money that you're leaving on the table if you want that share to get called away from you at that price. Dark Bro, have a good birthday and can't make it today. Yeah, Pudgy, he may have had too good of a birthday yesterday, and he's not able to make it back today. Pudgy was first. What the heck? Yeah, D's, it's crazy, man. I don't know where Dark Bro's at. He must have been partying too hard yesterday. God made me forget my headphones case today, so I convinced him to cancel Clay's morning stream. If I can't listen, none shall listen. Chris, and it worked out just that way, man. It worked out just that way. I got invited to go to the petting zoo with my niece and nephew for her birthday, and it was an absolute beautiful time. So thank you very much for forgetting your headphone case and allowing me to go to the petting zoo today. It was perfect. Number 16 on the like button, guys. Follow D's and click that like button. The likes have been so irritatingly low, man. Just click it. It's not that hard to click the like button. Jibbones attacking the 20 or the 28 Delta when selling options is the best to research and look into. Historically, it's the best balance between assignment and risk and collected premium, or premium collected, not financial advice. Yeah, so basically what he's saying there, J-Bones, is that if you want to balance your risk to reward ratio, right? Like, you do not want to get called away, but you want kind of the juiciest or the highest premium possible, you could look at those, the 20 Delta there, and that's going to theoretically, right, based on the research, give you the highest premium with the best chance of not having your shares called away. Clearly, it could rip higher and they could get rolled away. But, yeah, if you strictly do not want them to get called away from you until you get up to $30 a share, well, dude, just sell the 30s. But like I say, it's going to be tough for that Enovix to get up past $20 or $25 by the end of the month, too. So keep that in mind if you're looking to cover calls, but do some research. Don't leave that money on the table, man. It is free income. Like button smashed. Thank you very much, Roulette Wheel. Clay Bro, so do you think we in the Bitcoin bull run, or how would we know not to miss the chance? Enter now with low level or wait, because Bitcoin is on its own level, not financial advice. Absolutely, I'll answer that in 2 seconds right after this. I don't want to miss this one after I say, Mr. Normus! 2 years of bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We got 2 skulls in the chat right now, man. We got J Bones and Mr. Normus rocking skulls. It is beautiful. You guys are looking delicious there. Happy anniversary to us. Oh, happy anniversary to us. Happy anniversary to us. Happy anniversary, Claybro and Mr. Normus, but my real name is Lance. Happy anniversary to us. Lance, Mr. Normus, happy anniversary to us, dude. 2 years, bro. I love it, man. We got 2 skulls floating around in the chat right now, looking amazing. You guys, I'm gonna have to get on those 3-year anniversaries here pretty soon. You guys are just making time. I thought time flew, right? The fact that you guys are in here with 2-year bro symbols is insane, and an obvious indicator that time is flying way faster than I expected it to. What up, Pika? What's going on, Rozzy? Glad to have you in here. Rozzy, I didn't even see if you said hi to me. So hello to Rozzy. Glad to have you, man. J-Bones, did you get your stuff today, or does it take more than 2 days priority mail to get out to Connecticut there? Let me know what you got going on, dude. I want you to wear that hoodie today, rocking your Novix gains with your bro hoodie on tonight. Congratulations, Mr. Normus. Very nice. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if that button's still red. YouTube streamer handbook, baby. I like it. Chris pays attention, guys. Chris pays attention. And if that button right there is still red, make sure to click it. Subscribe to the channel. Join us. Become a bro. We are here every single day, and we are growing our portfolios together. Can't believe I've been an AMC for 21, for something. Yes, Pops. Me too, man. Me too. And you know what? I'm not nearly as committed to the short squeeze as I once was, but I do believe that there are such lucrative call options and put options to be played on AMC that it's hard to resist, right? The implied volatility and the amount of people that are willing to buy AMC is still extremely elevated, and therefore you have higher options premiums. So it is a good way to generate at least 1% a week, 2, 3% a week, just selling covered calls and potentially just selling cash secured puts if that's what you guys are into. But the income is there, man. So AMC still on the screen is an income generating beast. All right, we're gonna go back into the daily or the minute chart on Bitcoin here, sitting at 30,600. So PS5 asked if now or how we know when the bull market is starting and how we know a good time to get in is. Look, the best time to get in is just always. All right, if you look at it as a dollar cost average like that, and the fact that you just want to own and hold Bitcoin for the long term, periodic, you can try and time it and all of that, but periodic purchases to continue dollar cost averaging in is going to be the best way to make sure that you do not miss out on the next bull run. I believe that Bitcoin is extremely confident right now. I believe that Bitcoin's confidence is not necessarily translating over into the rest of the altcoins. So do I think that we're in a bull market right now or a bull run? No, I don't. I think that Bitcoin's confidence may fall back down if the overall industry does not pick up. And that kind of confidence is not spread throughout the overall industry. So I would be a little skeptical that the rally in Bitcoin continues on. Especially knowing that we haven't had any guidelines, we haven't had any regulations set up, and nobody's kind of winning or losing these lawsuits with the SEC, and there's still a lot of uncertainty there. So yes, Bitcoin is outperforming the rest of the altcoins. Yes, Bitcoin is showing a lot of confidence, but the question remains whether that confidence can stay without a reason behind it. So I'm not convinced that this is, the bottom is in per se, or we won't see another pullback and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if it's AMC, a stock, a bond, whatever. It is impossible to time with certainty bottoms, tops, and the next move, which is why one of the safest bets is that long term, you can time the market. Long term, we know that 20, 30 years from now, the market should, historically speaking, should, with guarantee, be higher than it is today. Show me a 30-year period. Show me a 20-year period where the market was lower than it was 20 years prior. You're not going to be able to show me that period. The market always rises long term. And I believe, unless they outlaw Bitcoin or... Look, it's not a fad, okay? It's been around for almost 2 decades now. We're going to be going on 20 years here in the next few years. So I don't think it's a fad. I think it's got staying power, and therefore I do think long-term Bitcoin is going to rise, as everything does. Okay, a tall yes to all. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. If you all fast enough for that first comment, let's try to get it. Chris, man, you're coming in hot for that first comment. I bet you got it, man. Peace! What's going on, Rozzy? And, of course, the one and only Pika. Fist bumps to everybody in there. What's going on, Tim? Didn't see you come in, Tim. But old man advice, everything is a bull trap until 2024. Very well could be. I don't know if it is, and I don't know how heavy of a bull trap it would be. You know, we might see a 10% decline. 20% decline is possible, but I mean, come on, 10 and 20% declines in the cryptocurrency space, it's kind of expected, right? I mean, that's how volatile these assets are. Now, if Bitcoin touches that 15,000 mark again, that's a 50% decline. That's a pretty heavy decline. So if you're getting in and you think that we could test those recent lows, then of course you are most likely going to want to invest more, or invest, I guess, what you're willing to risk and what you're willing to lose, but always be able to continue dollar cost averaging and never overextend yourself. Congrats, Lance, bro. Yes, man. Did anybody get their transfer from Voyager? Rozzy, I have a test transfer. I did not go in and click transfer all of my cryptocurrency out, but I am still pending, man. I started this transfer. I got the email that I was able to withdraw my money. It was pretty late. What, Friday or Saturday night? I forget which night it was. It was pretty late, so I did not go initiate that transfer until the next morning. And that would have been, what, Saturday or Sunday morning, depending on when I got the email. I forget now. So the very next morning, I went in there and initiated the transfer. I looked right before this live stream. It is still pending. It is the dumbest. It is the dumbest thing I have seen. I need approval. It's not even blockchain to blockchain right now. It's Voyager manually releasing my money. I need approval from the fools who lost it in the first place for me to withdraw my money that they have claimed is now my money. I need their approval to move my money around. That is the biggest foolishness I have seen in a very long time. Possibly even more foolish than them losing it in the first place is me now having to rely on them, knowing and proving that they lost it in the first place. So I'm still pending. I don't know if anybody else. I know Bronson, if he's in here, he initiated a transfer. Some other people may have initiated transfers. But I'm still pending, Rozzy. It's ridiculous. Oliver the Lost Hamster! Thank you very much for the... No igno. No igno. I will never igno. Oliver. I will never. What is this? Pocket. Okay, Pocket's Lost Hamster. Is this Oliver the Lost Hamster? Or this Pocket's Lost Hamster Oliver? Who is this? Oliver the Lost Hamster. These people keep changing their names on me, and I don't know who it is. Oh man, Bitcoin falling pretty hard now. We gotta move the screen on that one. Oliver's Lost Hamster, or the Lost Hamster Oliver. Thank you very much for the super chat. Never igno. Never igno. Especially you, Oliver, little hamster friend. Oh man, I'm telling you. So I went to the petting zoo today, right? I had a lot of fun. Baby cows are absolutely adorable. These little baby pigs, they're absolutely adorable. The baby goats, man, I loved them. Baby llamas, I loved them. The little baby bunnies and the baby ducks, I loved them. I loved all of them. If you guys ever been to a petting zoo, which one's your favorite, man? Which one's your favorite? Because those baby goats, they're so, they're hilarious, actually. And they just walk right up to you and try to bite your shirt and everything. They're pretty sweet, man. But I absolutely had a blast at the petting zoo. Made me realize that I need a petting zoo in my backyard, so I can just go out there every day and just, I don't know, live my dream surrounded by all the little animals and having a good time with them. So, yes. Which one's your guys' favorite if you've been to a petting zoo before? Warren Buffett says, you're crazy to think it will go down next year. You're always going to buy something. Why not buy it when it's lower? Yeah, Chris, I actually haven't heard him say that, but it makes sense, man. It makes sense. You know, why not? If you just get yourself through that mindset, I don't necessarily care about the money today. I'm not going to care about it tomorrow. I'm not going to care about it next week, next month, next year, maybe next decade, maybe in the next 2 decades. But dude, if you can detach yourself from it and just commit yourself to stacking, it is incredible what it is able to do. How does the SPDXY and Bitcoin collaborate together like the SP up, Bitcoin up, DXY down? So PS5, yes, somewhat, but it doesn't necessarily have to. So what I've seen, man, if the DXY is up big, you may have Bitcoin down a little bit. Why? Because if the dollar is rising in value and everything else remains the same, let's say Bitcoin is not rising in value, if the DXY is rising and the dollar is rising, Bitcoin should theoretically be a little bit lower because Bitcoin's price is compared to the dollar. So if the dollar is more expensive and Bitcoin remains the same, of course, Bitcoin should be slightly cheaper compared to the dollar because the dollar is more expensive. We'll go over the SP 500 Bitcoin right here after I say Pika Power! Thank you very much for the super chat. Pika says, ladies and gentlemen, for your newfound friends at the petting zoo. I didn't hear one cow moo, by the way, down there. Not one cow said a single moo to me. Moo. 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 Thank you very much. Pika for the super chat. Not a single one of them cows mooed at me. I don't even believe it. But thank you very much, Pika, for the super chat. And I did love every single one of them animals, man. They were the best. Oh my gosh. Oh god. And then PS5, man, to go back to the S&P 500 there. Yes, normally if there's confidence returning back to the stock market and the S&P 500 is rising, you should see or could see Bitcoin rising as well. Bitcoin and the stock market. So cryptocurrency is seen as the probably riskiest of asset classes. And then you've got stocks below that, okay, which are still riskier assets. And then you've got like bonds, bank accounts, savings accounts, and so on below that, the more stable and more secure assets. So during times of uncertainty, people will flock to those safe assets, leaving crypto and stocks behind. As confidence returns to the market, it may return to the S&P 500, may return to stocks faster than it returns to crypto, okay? Because they're still considered safer than cryptocurrency. And therefore, you may see stocks beginning to move higher faster, or stocks beginning to move higher quicker, or earlier than cryptocurrency does. And then when you're full-on confident, people are buying the riskiest of the risky assets, that's when cryptocurrency starts to soar again. And of course, the stock market should be doing well during that time. Let's see what Tim says. Take profits, keep dry powder, trade with the chart, and not with your heart. Absolutely, Tim. It is good, solid words right there. Listen to those. What do you mean, not good? I saw the meds not working. Something D's, I have no idea. How was visiting the government? Oh, I'm in the petting zoo. Rozzy, the petting zoo was amazing, man. I did have a great time today. I actually think I enjoyed it more than my niece and nephew did, dude. I don't know. I think they're still like slightly afraid of animals, but I was loving it. If you guys have 2 hours and 45 minutes to burn, watch Sean Ryan's show, YouTube channel interview with Rob Luna, a really interesting and informative interview about the market and more. Yeah, if you guys got 2 hours and 45 minutes to burn, definitely. If not, dude, speed it up a little bit. Put it in 2x and burn an hour and a half. You're going to be doing better. As a farmer, cows and pigs are poop machines. They're my favorite meals. Oh, Tim, man, I don't know how you do it, dude. I don't know how you do it. I was looking at, I can completely, listen, I'm not a vegetarian by any means, but those little guys, those were pets. Those at the petting zoo were pets, man. Those were not cows that you would be eating. And those little pigs you would not be eating, man. They absolutely loved all the kids running around in there, coming up, feeding them carrots, petting them, and all of that stuff, man. There's not a chance that I would be able to do that to any of those cows. But I am sure, too, there might be a difference. One, I'm sure there's a difference in how you keep them. You don't put them for people to pet and play with all day and enjoy them running around and all that stuff. But there's probably a difference in the type as well. Let's see. On January 5th, 2021, AMC dipped below $2, which ended up being the long-term low. Hit a low of $1.91. Yeah, NASCAR all out. You are correct on that, man. I didn't know that the date was exactly January 5th, 2021. But then by the end of January, I think it was maybe January 25th, 26th, 27th, it had ripped up to $20. 10x gains, man, in a week, in a month. And it was like 3 or 4x gains, maybe 4x gains overnight, dude. I'm pretty sure it closed at like $4 or $5, and the next morning had ripped up to $20 per share when AMC and GameStop began to rip. Let's see. Calves are the best part of owning a ranch. I'm sure. Kennedy's crazy polls, dude. I love them, man. If my cattle sounded like that, shotgun time. Hey, bro, stick to the turkey. Dude, you know the cow's dead on, too. The cow is dead on, too. Now we know that Tim is not actually a farmer, guys. He doesn't know that the cows sound like that. This guy's exposing himself right now. He doesn't know how cows sound. D's, my wife's almost 9 months pregnant. My seizures are getting worse every night. Tearing tendons in my sleep and suffocating just to wake up. My gosh, dude. It sounds like a horror story, Kombu, man. I hope everything works out, dude. I hope everything gets better, man. Savings accounts are safe when banks are safe. Facts on that, Tim. Facts on that. And they're going to tell you that your money is always safe in the bank because it is federally insured until they no longer want to pay you back or until that insurance begins to run out. Tim is 100% correct, guys. Clever, how can you time the bottom of Bitcoin? What trends would you look at? Fibonacci levels, RSI news, or news or all? Because we all want to time the bottom. PS5. Well, number one, the bottom may have been put in. Okay, the bottom may have been put in when Bitcoin went down and tapped $15,000. Here's how you can best look at timing the bottom, and it's not going to be technical analysis. You're going to have to gauge the overall economy, the overall market, and everything put together. This is like overall stock market, overall just economic things to look at, and it's boring. You guys have heard me say this plenty of times. But if you are looking at the interest rates, if you are looking at the inflation rates, and you are looking at the earnings rates, those are three major indicators that are tangible and concrete. They are actual numbers that you can look at. If you are looking at those three things, you can determine whether or not the economy essentially is growing. And when the economy is growing that way, don't just look at GDP. Okay? GDP being positive theoretically means that the economy is growing. But don't just look at GDP. If you look at those three things there, you can determine that we are expanding and business is growing. If inflation rates are high, which they are, people have less buying power. They're going to be strapped, man. You're paying more for groceries. You're paying more for rent. Your dollar does not go as far. You are going to be less likely to buy stocks, crypto, and so on. If you're looking at the interest rates, money is more expensive. People can't go out and just freely borrow and spend as much as they want. So, therefore, people are going to have to cut back and make decisions on spending, and overall growth is going to shrivel a little bit. That's why the Federal Reserve can raise or lower interest rates in order to contract or expand the economy. And then finally, earnings. If you go to FactSet Earnings Insight, it's free news, man. You can go out there and you can get all of the earnings that the S&P 500 companies are reporting out there all in one very easy to read, like one paragraph summary page. And if earnings are falling overall, if they're declining, that is bad for the economy. That means that companies are shrinking. They are making less money. They're not going to be able to hire. They're not going to be able to expand, and they're not going to be able to grow. When earnings are rising, that's an excellent sign. So what you want to see for the potential bottom to have already been in, or if the economy, because one of two things is going to happen here. We're either going to bottom, and the price of the market and the price of Bitcoin is going to rise faster than the overall economy is, and we're going to have to catch up to the prices. Or the other thing can happen where the economy starts to take off, and then confidence is restored in the markets, and the markets catch up to the overall economy. If you got lucky and everything happened at the same time, you'd be perfect. But at that point, once earnings begin to rise, once interest and inflation begin to fall, that's your turning point. That's when you can go in. That's when the bottom would theoretically be in. So you're essentially looking at the bottom of the economy. And when the overall economy begins to turn, theoretically, the market should follow. It might lag behind. It might be quick. Very rarely, if ever, would it ever be right on time. If it would, I mean, that'd be perfect. But that is something concrete that you can look at to determine when the economic bottom is in, and therefore the overall market can start to rise. Good bond ETFs are round out for safety. You got JNK, SPHY, and BSV. Absolutely, Frank. Always everybody's opinion in here, man. Nothing is ever advice from anybody. Got skipped over. Where Farmy, friend? Tim, man, you're not gonna be my friend anymore if you keep calling me. If you keep asking me where Farmy's. Farmy sitting at 41.65, 41.61. Ooh, Farmy's coming down to test this devastating support at $39.97, guys. 40 cents per share. And Farmy could absolutely hit a major bottom. So you are looking at about another, 4% decline to get down to this major support right here. Hopefully, it does what it did the last 3 times that it tested it. Maybe this 4th attempt, if it breaks down through, please, we will revisit this when it is testing 40 cents, because I would not be surprised to test this 40 cents and then rip down and test 35, 30, 25 cents. I mean, it could be a very quick decline through that 40 cent level. So Farmy down a little bit on the day today, but nothing too devastating at the moment. Sorry to hear that, Sky. I feel bad. Yeah, dude. Sky Stonify, man. Kombu. It sounds really, really difficult, man. I don't even know how to address that, man. You time the Bitcoin bottom atop by market sentiment, sell peak euphoria, and buy peak fear. I mean, that is a definite approach. Old rounder. The thing is, peak euphoria and peak fear are always very, very, very difficult to hit. People's emotions, man. You know, you're going to be right. You're definitely right. Like, if you can time the emotions or the sentiment perfectly like that, you're going to be right. When people are the most fearful they are ever at, that's the bottom, because then they start coming back in. Less and less fear, they begin buying and buying and buying. So there's your bottom. It has been in. Peak euphoria, when people are just willing to buy anything, man. They're just throwing their money at it. All of a sudden, they started to get a little skeptical. They started to get a little fearful, and things begin to curl back over. So if you were able to peak, if you were able to find the peak of fear and euphoria, yes, that is the best way to do it. It's crazy, man, because you could be scared, but then you could get even more scared. You can have the euphoria running in your veins and FOMOing in every day, and the FOMO can grow even more. Emotion is very difficult, at least for me, right? Emotion is very difficult to get a concrete hold on. It's more of a subjective matter than an objective matter, which, I mean, theoretically, right, inflation can continue to rise beyond the current levels, but it is a number that you can look at, and you can see the number rises to 9%, and then 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. So you can see it actually falling. It is a number that they give us. The same deal with actual earnings reports, and same deal with the interest rates that are out there. They're concrete. Greed, fear, it's very, very difficult to judge. Let's see. The US dollar is a promissory note. Do you trust the government's promise? Do I trust it? No, man. No, it's actually crazy. When you start to think about the financial system and monetary value, and the fact that Tim is 100% right there, that it's just a promise that that's what it's worth. And you're trusting one of the most deceitful entities on the planet. Not just the U.S. government, but literally any authority figure like that. They're going to be deceitful. Do I trust them? No. But you have to, right? You have to build your foundation on that trust, or the entire monetary system does collapse. And as much as I would like to see a monetary system kind of, I guess, collapse and allow the market to potentially build it up, dude, it would be utter ruin if it did. And we would need a whole new system that I don't know if we would be able to pull off, because then it would have to be built on trust as well. Bitcoin and these decentralized coins, they are very fascinating, but I highly doubt we will ever get everybody to jump on board and use them unless they are forced to jump on board and use them. As we have said before, do your homework and get paid. Yes, guys, know what you're buying and it's going to pay off for you. Clearbro, after Jerome Powell increases interest rates 2 more times, you think he will get that 2% or not? Versus the SEC winning on Bitcoin doesn't look like. Alts maybe. Yeah, so I don't think that just the 2 more rate hikes are going to be enough to bring interest rates right back to the inflation rate right back down to 2%. It may be the 2 more hikes and time. Okay, I hope that we don't get 2 more rate hikes and then 2 more rate hikes and then 2 more rate hikes. Things are going to be absolutely insane, dude. If you're going to the bank and you got to borrow for a house at 12, 13%, that's going to be nuts. So I hope that, maybe we raise interest rates 1, 2, gosh, yeah, I'd hate to say 3 more times, and then we allow time to do its work there and to do its job there. But yes, I do think that it will work. Okay. And there may be a point or a threshold that we pass where it does too much damage. Think about it. If you go to the bank right now and you're borrowing to buy a house at 8%, your mortgage is going to be insane in terms of interest alone. You're paying, $8,000 a year on a $100,000 house? A $200,000 house, you're paying $16,000 a year? A $300,000 house, you're paying $24,000 a year in interest alone. Look at cars on top of that, man. People get priced out and people kind of get shut out of the markets. If all of a sudden, we go to a 10% interest rate, how many more people does that kind of kick out and stop them from being able to make purchases? And I do not know the answer to that. I'm sure there's plenty of very smart guys who have a lot of analytics and a lot of data that could answer that question much better than I can. But that's a possibility. That increasing interest rates too far does much more damage than it does good. So I'm sure Jerome Powell's smart enough to know that. And they've probably got all that stuff figured out, man. Yeah, there wasn't really peak fear in AI before AI became the next big thing. What was the sign of peak fear in AI is kind of difficult. Yeah, NASCAR. No, man, I agree. And I don't think that the AI kind of hype has died down a little bit, right? We know that ChatGPT and those sites were really, really popular and like frenzy popular back in January and December. But I don't think that we've necessarily had some sort of a fear movement where the growth is stalling and now we're contracting. I do think that AI is still going to be moving higher. How come the government can print money, but I can't? It seems kind of hypocritical. Yes, Pudgy, you are not allowed to do so, but they are allowed to do so because they are the boss, okay? They're the boss. They're allowed to do whatever the heck they want, and you can't question it, man. I don't know. It's very strange. They can print it because they want to be in control of it, and they need to be in charge of it. Do you have any technical analysis on Stellar Lumens? I do not. For what the outcome predicts as a long-term project, much love. Thanks for all you do for us as a family. No, PS5. Yeah, I don't have any technical analysis nearly the way that I do on Bitcoin because we talk about Bitcoin all the time. But we may have some near-term levels of support and resistance on here. So, yeah, dude, I've just got one level right here on Stellar Lumens, and we are at that level right now. This 10-cent mark could hold up as a pretty strong level of resistance because on the way down back in May, June, July, August, September, October, November of 2022, for 6 months, tap 10 couldn't fall, tap 10 couldn't fall, tap 10 couldn't fall, tap 10 couldn't fall, couldn't fall, couldn't fall, couldn't fall, couldn't fall. Finally fell through pretty heavy. Okay? Trying to bounce back up. It bounced back a little bit here. Couldn't break back up in November of 2022. But barely broke up. Used it as a level of support once again. And now we are attempting once more. So right where we're at this 10-cent mark is a very significant level of resistance. Below that, as support, you're looking pretty strong at the 9.5-cent mark and so on. You guys can kind of see these levels down in here. To the upside, you are looking at some near-term or more conservative resistance around 11 to 11.5 cents. And then above that, about 13 cents. So you could find these channels right here. More growth obviously takes you back up to this area, possibly 17 cents. And even further above that. So I think we can look at those longer-term levels of resistance if we start to break out of the upside here. But a 10% increase in Stellar Lumens today is absolutely phenomenal, and it is bringing us right to this level of resistance that we've got in this 10-cent range right there. So kind of line in the sand, if you guys want to come all the way down here, line in the sand on Stellar Lumens is around 7 to 7.5 cents. So use that as a very strong level of support that hopefully it doesn't fall down below and is able to maintain that level as it has throughout the end of 2022 and through 2023 here. Dear Glaybro, from which website is the 4 window on the screen? No. Constantinus, whatever. Maximus. I'm gonna call you Maximus, man. It is Webull. So if you're interested in Webull, what I suggest, use the link in the description below. You don't necessarily have to make a deposit or anything, but use the link. If you use the link, the affiliate link in the description, you at least will guarantee yourself to get those free stocks when you do decide, or if you do decide to make a deposit. But you don't have to. I'm not even logged in right now. You've got all the charting technology. You've got all of the, they have AI programs that put bullish and bearish signals on the charts for you. If you don't want to do the technical analysis, you can trust their AI to do the technical analysis for you. There's a lot that you can look at in Webull, man. You can even get into all the different market trends, everything that's going on, and it is all free to use if you just simply download the desktop or download the app. The app is, I'd say, just as powerful as, this is obviously better if you want to chart multiple things at the same time, because when you get on your phone, it starts to get pretty small. But it's very powerful to be able to chart all this stuff for free and get the types of alerts that they have for free like that. Just use the link in the description below. You don't have to, or somebody, if you want to use your friend's link, use your friend's link. Use a link, though, whether it's mine or somebody else's. And then if you do decide to make a deposit, you'll get some free stocks, and I'll get some free stocks, or you'll get some free stocks, and your friend will get some free stocks. House prices really haven't been falling, even with the high interest rates, and mine has gone up a little bit. Yeah, roulette wheel. That is bizarre to me. Oliver's BFF, Olivia Hampshire. Thank you very much for the super chat. This is for Kombu. Ooh, this is the one I like. Kombu, man. Thank you, Kombu. Kombu. It is for Kombu, but it is not from Kombu. Who's it from again? This is such a... You guys are getting me with these names all day, man. I don't even know. Oliver's BFF, Olivia Hampshire. Thank you very much for the mustache. Kombu, this is for you. Thank you very much for that super chat. Directly through Streamlabs is the best way to go, man. Sideswiping all of YouTube's fees there. Really appreciate the super chat from Oliver's BFF, Olivia Hampshire. Really, thank you very much for Clay Bros mustache. I love that one. On my block alone, 4 houses have sold in under 4 to 5 months and snatched right up. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. You can put a house on the market these days and it is gone by the end of the weekend. It's even though interest rates are obscenely high, which I thought, and anybody who thinks logically would, I guess, expect either prices to come down or sales to come down. Now, if you're looking at the overall housing market, sure, maybe sales have come down slightly, but that's not what you're seeing across the board, man. People are still buying houses at these ridiculous levels. Howdy, I was hurried with LUNC news today. Is there any solution on the horizon? Is there going to happen any repeg? So, Lisbon, let me put it this way. Right now, there's a lot of proposals going on out there. 3 main proposals that everybody's looking at right now are the both development teams kind of vying for that $116,000, and we're about 24 to 48 hours into both of those proposals there. Currently, the current Layer 1 team is kind of coming out on top, seeming like they are going to continue work on the Terra Luna Classic blockchain. That's $116 grand that we're going to be giving them. I don't know if I agree with it, but that's what we're doing. That's what the community wants. That's what we're going to do. The next proposal, the USTC Repeg Quant team. Those guys are going to do the math and then give the math to Binance, KuCoin, and so on. It's not passing yet, but they do have majority yes votes on their proposal. It just hasn't gotten to quorum. So right now, man, it does seem as though we are going to have our best shot at repegging USTC, or at least getting an understanding of how to repeg USTC, and with that proposal potentially going through, and then the current Layer 1 team is potentially going to continue on and continue working. What kind of volatility do you think will start when campaigns start? Pudgy, that is so hard to say, man. That is extremely hard to say. I'll say this. When I remember when Trump and Hillary were neck and neck back, I think in 2016, and Trump won, the dollar volatility, Trump was like expected to lose like all night and then started to come back, right? Just that night alone, election night, the volatility in the dollar, so if you guys were in the Forex market, was nuts. I mean, you're talking several hundred pips on basically all major currencies on that information. Now, I don't remember it being as volatile leading up to the elections, but of course, if you're starting to see the campaigns go on, as you start to get more and more of those numbers, whether it's something that a lot of investors are going to agree with or a lot of investors are going to disagree with, I don't know. We're going to have to wait for those numbers, but the speculation alone, yes, will and can drive the volatility, but I think when you start to see the polling results and you start to see what people are, the actual expectations are, that's what's going to drive the volatility, and I think that it will be very volatile. I think that we are going. It's crazy to me, and I don't know if it's going to be Trump versus Biden again in 2024 or who's going to be the candidate on each side, right? And that's just a different story. You guys, yes, we like them, whatever. You guys can like both of them and so on. But, dude, man, these guys are getting pretty old. I'm telling you. We need some younger dudes in the mix here, which is actually why I should take this moment to let you know that Pika and I are going to be running in 2024. We are here to make... Can Pika run? Can Pika run as like vice president, or does she also need to be 35? How does that work? Does somebody with any political knowledge know how that would work? Because I have no idea. I would need to be 35, right, to be elected as president. I get that. But does Pika need to be 35 just in case something happens to me and then she becomes president? Or would it skip her because she's not allowed and then go to, I don't even know who it goes to, Speaker of the House or whoever it goes to there? How does that work? Vice president also have to be 35? Or would they just not be allowed to be president if, of course, something happens to me? Let's see. Clibro, would you invest in Ben, Pepe, or Shib? In the long run, the numbers are so much... Yeah, PS5, dude. Listen, treat the meme coins and treat those lower level alts as kind of like lottery ticket plays. Yeah, I think that Pepe's got a lot of attention on it now, and it could be primed for a very nice bull market. Shiba Inu coin. Dude, it's got one of the biggest communities in the game. There's no doubt about that. A very, very, very dedicated base that should do very well during the next bull market. And basically that goes without saying for any and all of those little meme coins. I do expect them to do very well during the next bull market. And that's not just Ben, Pepe, Shib, and so on. That's like across the board, man. I think that all altcoins should do very well. Curly's coming in, not with Fs and no filters so far. Hopefully, though. Yes, say, Claybro fam, how is it? My goodness, it's already past 5 o'clock. Kennedy's Pro Crypto. Let's go, man. Deuces. There you go. Shredder Claybro 2024 for the best 4 years ever. Pika device. Let's go, Lisbon. It's in for president. Automatic weapons, fire trucks, commercial game, fireworks for everybody. Sounds like something I'm interested in. So, Tim, let's get started. Guys, it is past 5 o'clock. Get your names in the chat right now. We're going to do some shout-outs. We will be back tonight with videos at 7 p.m., videos at 8 p.m., and I should sneak some clips of the farm down in there. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm not going to do it. I wouldn't post anything of anybody other than me, all right? So there's no worries. I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm posting stuff of them, but I'm not. I'm only ever going to post me, guys. Names in the chat. We're going to do some shout outs, and then we're going to be back with the videos tonight. You guys are going to watch them 2 or 3 times, help out, and get those ad views. That's what it's all about. We got a shout out to Gorilla Man, D's, see you later, Lemon Lust. We've got D's, Shredder, Lisbon, Roulette Wheel. Enjoy your evening, man. Tim, thank you very much for being in here today. D's, see you later, Gorilla Invictus, Pika Power, me and you. Old Rounder Bros, see you later, Lemon Lust, Frank, peace out to you. We've got Pudgy with a peace out of the Diamond Handed Apes, baby. We need AMC Trapper. Somebody got to get that man back in here. PS5, future of gaming. Enjoy your evening, man. Pika Power, have an awesome day. Definitely. Gorilla Invictus Lisbon. Timmy with a green name. Thank you very much, Tim. Throw a thanks to Tim on the way out, guys. Please do. Who got it? Who got it? Who got it? Kai got it. Very nice, Tim. Kai getting that green name. Good. Very active member. Grabbing that green name there. I like it. Hello and goodbye, Aiden. Shout out to Sarah and Bella. Absolutely. Shout out to Sarah and Bella right now. Aiden, thank you very much for being in here. And a beautiful shout out to Sarah and Bella. Hopefully you guys are paying attention and enjoying your evening. Amanda and Dakota's True Love. What's up from Kansas City, Missouri? What is going on all the way from Ohio? Enjoy the rest of your day. Kai, see you later, man, if you're in here. Pudgy, peace out of the King, Diamond-Handed King Turkeys. Lemon Lust, D's, Kombu, Pika. Pudgy, man, see you later. J-Bones, baby. Tim, Gorilla. All of you guys know what time it is. You want to say it with me? Say it with me. Till the next time. Hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.